Did I not tell you that this would be great? I just finished all 5 episodes of Hostage on Netflix and I absolutely loved it. I'm sure many of you probably didn't for reasons that I don't really get, but I loved everything that this show gave us. Let's talk about it. Hostage is a 5-episode political thriller miniseries that is brand new to Netflix, and this tells the story of the British Prime Minister and French President who are coming together for an international summit, but when the Prime Minister's husband is kidnapped and the French President is blackmailed, they must set aside their differences to not only save their families, but their entire countries. Now, I watched the first 2 episodes of this series as soon as they dropped, and I did a see it or skip it video, which you can find on my profile, and I clarified this as a see it, an instant see it. The first 2 episodes were great. The first episode was an absolute banger that ends with a great cliffhanger, and that continues and then some throughout the entirety of the season. The amount of times that I was screaming at my television out of either frustration or anxiety. This show does an incredible job of keeping the intensity throughout the entirety of the season. All 5 episodes, you are truly on the edge of your seat as you are watching these characters make insane decisions, but also things happening behind the scene that you're just clenching your fists waiting to see the result for. Now, we have to start with the 2 leads of the show, which is the Prime Minister played by Saran Jones and the French President played by Julie Delpy. And their dynamic and chemistry and the way that these characters interact with each other throughout the entire show is fantastic. Their performances were great, but the way that these characters are written and the things that they are doing, while one of them has a family member who is kidnapped and the other one is being blackmailed, it results in them having their own agendas, not only for their countries and, the larger goal, but their families. And it had me screaming at the decisions that some of these people were making because they are in this situation together. If they would just only come together and, work as a team, they probably could have gotten to the end result a lot sooner. But that is the entire point of the show, which is why I loved it so much. It is a politically charged thriller. These people are not supposed to like each other. They are in the situation they are for a reason. They are bordering countries who are dealing with very big situations while thrown into this issue that has everything on the line. This is why British political drama and thrillers are just so much better than the American versions. Honestly, like the bordering countries and the amount of parties that are involved in these stories trump everything that goes on with these US stories, like Zero Day that we saw earlier this year on Netflix. That story is so insanely boring compared to something like this. Now, when it comes to the reveal that did happen at the end of the season and why this was all happening, I liked the personal attachment of it all. I didn't want to see another country behind the axe or anything like that. I like that it came from someone who was affected by a decision Dalton had made years before she even became prime minister. Sometimes less is more with these shows, and even though countries were involved and the impact would have been pretty large, I like, again, that it was personal because it created this very self-contained story that was very tight-knit all the way up until the end. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I loved this show. I thought it was so well made, so well acted, so well crafted, so it has shocked me a little bit to see a lot